Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Andrew. Thank you for tuning in. If it looks like I'm looking up, it's because I'm looking at a computer screen right now. And what am I looking at? I'm looking at a news article coming out of freedomoutpost.com, and they also link to the dailycaller.com as well. Essentially, these articles, I'm not going to go over them too much, but just to give you a brief analysis of them. It's basically what they're about is the Democratic Party they're sending out emails to their supporters saying that you need to vote in Democratic leadership into Congress and the Senate, so that way we can protect President Obama and keep him from being impeached. Well, the Republicans have every right and obligation and duty, and also the other Democrats do as well, to impeach Obama for several of his crimes, unconstitutional crimes, Benghazi, ATF, things like that. So essentially, what you have is you have a president that's quadruple debt. He's because of doing that, he's really destroyed the economy, destroyed the U.S. dollar. Now, understanding that the U.S. dollar has been destroyed from the last 100 years, since 1913 of the implementation of the Federal Reserve, up until now, where we've lost roughly around 98% of purchasing power. And President Obama has not only continued that, but he is absolutely quadrupled that comparatively to many of the other administrations out there, especially comparatively to George Bush and Clinton and George Bush Sr. He has done more damage to America than any other president has in the history of this country, President Obama. And so the Democratic Party have a very good reason to be scared. Essentially, they have a very good reason to be scared. And you know what I believe is, I don't think the Democratic Party, I don't think they're so much scared as the blue blood Republicans, the mainline Republicans. I think they're more scared of the libertarian Republicans, the Republicans who don't necessarily tout the party line. I believe they're not, in other words, they're not afraid of John McCain. They're not afraid of Mitt Romney. They're not afraid of Lindsey Graham or Chris Christie. They're not afraid of any of them. Absolutely not. Of course, I'm just using Chris Christie as an example, knowing that he's the governor of New Jersey. The point is they really are scared of Ted Cruz and Rand Paul and guys like that who really have stood up and fought Obamacare. Whether you like them or not, they're fighting Obamacare. And some other Republicans are doing it because it's the popular thing to do, and not necessarily out to do it for to support the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. They're doing it because they're trying to make it seem as though they're against Obama when they really are in the same political boat as Obama, despite having a different color uniform, so to speak. Just to give you a quick sports reference. Now, with guys like Ted Cruz and Rand Paul, though, whether you like them or hate them, they're fighting. They really are fighting. And if you disagree with that, well, let me just point to the filibusters they had recently had back earlier in the summer, fighting Obamacare, among other things. Alright, again, I'm going to go ahead and post these articles on the YouTube page in the About section, so I would highly recommend you check it out. So what are some of the other unconstitutional things that Obama has done? Well, of course, Obamacare is unconstitutional. There's a federal mandate for people to buy health insurance, whether you can afford it or not. So I think that's pretty unconstitutional. Anything else? Well, I think continuing these wars and expanding them far more than any other president has in the history of this country, I think, that's pretty unconstitutional. Especially given the fact that most American people don't even support him for that. And of course, Obama's approval ratings are at an all-time low now, and so isn't Congress. So why wouldn't Congress move to impeach him to save face and to say that they have some credibility when really they don't? So of course, this impeachment talk could be a sort of a diversion, sort of a head fake, a pump fake, to make it seem as though they are doing something. But I do believe that Rand Paul and Ted Cruz, two of those guys, and I believe more than just those two, but those are the only two that I really know on top of my head. There are really, my point is, there really are guys who are fighting this, but for some of the mainline Republicans, I think they're making it seem as though they're fighting Obamacare because they're Republicans and they're on a different team when really they're playing the same team. So, alright, I do want to apologize. I think I'm going on to a rant, but I'm going to post these articles, and talk to you soon. Bye.